What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to our Chicago White Sox franchise mode. We are here in the 2026 MLB postseason, about to take on the New York Yankees in the AL Wild Card Series. All three games will be played on the road, aka in New York, which is going to be a big weakness for us. Our team did not play well on the road. Can I look at the standings? Yep. So on the road, we went 32 and 49. We were one of the worst away teams in all of baseball last season. Very good at home. So conveniently, best team at home in the league, worst team on the road. Hopefully during the postseason we can wake up and play a little better. I'm not sure if it's just a jet lag or if we're just not comfortable because we're not sleeping with our friends and family and whatnot, but it's a big problem, and it's going to be a big advantage for the New York Yankees, who at home are going 48 and 33. Another advantage the New York Yankees are going to have is just the talent that they have on their roster. Now, just about everyone on their team did take a step back year over year from 2025 to 2026. All of their stats really showing going down, as well as a lot of regression happening with the Yankees. But for the most part, they still did enough to get to the postseason and put themselves in a pretty good position. They did lose closing pitcher Devin Williams in the offseason, so they're running with Mark Leiter as their closing pitcher for this season. He actually didn't do too bad, 37 saves in his first full season as a closer with a 5.4 ERA. The ERA is not something that the ERA isn't something to desire, but 37 saves, 6 blown saves, pretty much on par with what Mason Miller was doing this year, just a little worse ERA. Looking at their lineup, it's still another star-studded lineup there. Jazz Chisholm as their leadoff man, Cody Bellinger at 2, Vladdy Guerrero, last year's 2025 MVP, signing during free agency over us. We did offer him a contract. He winds up going to the Yankees. Now playing with Aaron Judge, who has been moved to DH. Batting fifth, they got Jack Pederson. Sixth, I believe they traded for Isaac Paredes in 2025. So last season, I believe they traded for him. So Isaac Paredes playing over there. He wound up hitting 27 home runs this season, 28 home runs last year. So having a very good start to his career as a New York Yankee. Jesus Sanchez in right field batting 7th. Austin Wells at catcher batting 8th. And Trey Sweeney batting 9th for the New York Yankees. On their bench, they do have old man Giancarlo Stanton. He's still hitting bombs, though he has lost his everyday role. Seems that he's more of probably a pinch hitter, if I was to guess. And if he does just get a base hit, they probably put someone else in. Jason Dominguez is not an everyday player for the New York Yankees either. The 23-year-old, the Martian, he is developing rather quickly for the Yankees, so next year you could probably anticipate him having an everyday role with them, but I don't know. They might trade Dominguez in the offseason. I'm not gonna lie. Ronaldo Hernandez is going to be the backup catcher for the Yankees, and then Ben Rice, another backup catcher, is on the playoff roster as well. Did not play during the regular season this year or last year for the New York Yankees. Has basically been a minor league bat. Look at that, plus 11 to contact versus lefties. I don't think I've seen double-digit development in anybody, except I guess until now. It's pretty cool to see plus 11. But the New York Yankees roster is still going to be very tough, is basically what I'm trying to get at. If you can't tell just from kind of looking at their team. Alright, but just because the Yankees have a pretty good roster does not mean that our Chicago White Sox can't pull off a dub, alright? We did beat them in a series earlier in this year, and I think it's because we're more of a all-around better hitting team, an all-around better... We're more of like a... all for one, not one for all kind of approach. We're not going to have just that one dude who's going to be able to take over the team and run for it. We're all in this together. Xavier Edwards and Luis Arraez, two phenomenal contact bats. They are going to get on base every single game, knocking some RBIs as well. Edwards going to be probably leading he did lead the league in stolen bases this past year. So he's going to be, as soon as he gets on base, steal second, steal third. Already going to be in scoring position. We got the power alley in our lineup of Yelich, Butler, Luis Robert, and Kobe Mayo. That's 4 at-bats. After you get through our contact at-bats, you got the 4 power bats, and they got some good contact abilities as well. And then the back half of our lineup, again, good contact bats of Brandon Rogers and Garrett Hampson. Got a little bit of speed over there, and then the young Dalton Rushing at number 9. On our bench for the playoffs, we are bringing in just some utility players. We still have our 2025 All-Star Andrew Vaughn on the roster, as well as speedy outfielder Jorge Mateo. Well, outfielder and infielder Jorge Mateo. He's going to be a nice pinch runner for us. We are going to be keeping Colson Montgomery on our playoff roster, getting rid of Bryce Wilson as our long relief pitcher. We're just going to put Kevin Felix over there. And then we are also going to be keeping Kyle Teal and MJ Melendez on our roster as well. Kyle Teal will be playing catcher against lefties, while Dalton Rushing will be playing catcher against righties. MJ Melendez, yes, he can play catcher, and he'll be a nice defensive substitution if needed there. But he's also a really good contact bat against righties and can play the corner outfield. So I think this gives us a good base of protection pretty much at every single position. And I think this could really be a nice roster to help us go far in this series. Now, we got to get through the New York Yankees in game number 1. Max Fried, Walker Buehler. Alright, welcome to the 2026 postseason, everybody. Our Chicago White Sox are here in a rowdy New York Yankee Stadium, looking to pick up our first win and hopefully take a lead in this 3-game wildcard series. Now, this is going to be the first time our White Sox have made the postseason in 5 years, while the New York Yankees are looking to get back to the top of Major League Baseball, winning themselves their first World Series since, I believe, the early 2000s. It's been about 20-30 years since they won one. White Sox, I don't think have won... No, they have one World Series win, I think. I think that goes back some ways as well. Basically, you got the, well, what would this be? Chicago White Sox, the underdogs, coming into New York City against one of the best teams in all of baseball. We will be getting led out there. It will be the battle of Max Fried versus Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler, a former LA Dodgers hit ace, as well as a Boston Red Sox, now coming in here for his first postseason appearance in nearly 2 years. Max Fried, 11-11 record this year with a 4.54 ERA. And came over during free agency in the 2024 or 2025 offseason, leaving the Atlanta Braves. Finds himself in a 1-2 count against the leadoff hitter Xavier Edwards, who's going to swing and miss on a high-end fastball, 95 miles an hour. And the Yankees get it off to a hot start right away. One batter, one strikeout. Now up Luis Arraez, 1-1 count. Low fastball for ball 2. Luis Arraez batted .309 this season with 12 home runs. Chicago's been wanting Luis Arraez to focus on developing that power a little bit more, especially now that they have Xavier Edwards.
3 balls, 1 strike.
High fastball goes for ball 3, 3-1 count now. Arraez staying very patient in the box.
Nope.
And that's an outside sinker for ball 4. Fried strikes out the contact bat and batting title winner, 2026 batting title winner, Xavier Edwards, and walks Luis Ariz. There's going to be a hit and run. Yelich getting this one out to left field near the track for a ground rule double. Bad first step by the left fielder. That should have been caught. Unfortunately for the Yankees, he takes a bad first step. Going to hit off the ground, over the wall, ground rule double. We now got Luis Ariz on third, Christian Yelich on second. Lawrence Butler swing and miss at that sinker on the outer part of the plate. 1-2 count, looking to open up the scoring here in the first inning. Yankees fans on their feet, getting loud. Ooh, a nice little curveball outside, make it 2-2. What you got? Swing and a miss for Lawrence Butler, the second strikeout of the day for Max Fried. And that will bring up Luis Robert. He's going to be in a 1-1 count with men in scoring position. He'll take that first pitch curveball for ball 2. Luis Robert having himself a nice bounce-back season, looking like his 2021, or was it 2023 All-Star self. Hit above 20 home runs for the first time since that season. Hoping next year he might be able to get to 30 with the right kind of development. That curveball got him chasing though, 2-2. Let's go Robert. Let's score a run here. Gets enough of it. Max Fried chucking these curveballs around. They actually look filthy. They got incredible break. They have been fooling some White Sox. That's like there, but Luis Robert's going to get enough contact, ground ball. And we got him. No, we got him. He throws it to the plate. Christian Yelich trying to score the second run for the White Sox, but he gets tagged out. Austin Wells diving back to get that out. God damn it. Walker Buehler will be on the mound for us here in game number 1. He had a 14-6 record, 2.43 ERA this season, 146 strikeouts and 185 innings pitched. Now the strikeout numbers are down compared to his career, but I think it's going to be just fine. Olsen Montgomery getting substituted in at shortstop. Interesting for us. Jazz Chisholm now coming on up. Now Chisholm here in the New York Yankees Stadium is a big problem because he's a pull hitter, and the shallow walls over there in right field make him oh so dangerous. So 1-2 count for Chisholm. We were looking to punch him out. Put him away. High fastball for strikeout number 1 for Walker Buehler. Max Fried strikes out his first batter. And now Walker Buehler does the same thing. There we go. Now up's Cody Bellinger. Gonna hit one softly to the second baseman for out number 2. Easy ground out there for Brandon Rogers. He's gonna snag those all day. Looking at the Yankees lineup, got Chisholm, Bellinger, Vladdy Guerrero, who was second right now in the AL with 225 home runs. I wonder if that's for like his career home runs, like he's second all time. I doubt it. Maybe it's just on the team. I don't know. I don't know what that stat meant. But Vladdy, last year's MVP, going to make the contact with this high fastball, going to right center field. Robert under it for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning here for Chicago. Is at the end of the first, White Sox up 1-0. We're going to have Garrett Hampson, Kobe Mayo, and Brandon Montgomery up next for the White, working his way slowly closer to the first baseline. And he's going to take an outside fastball for strike 3. That was a 6-pitch at bat. Pretty much the third baseman of the future. Or our third baseman of the future. He's got a good arm. Just got to develop that fielding a little bit. Swung on and missed at that high fastball. Same place as the pitch before. 4th strikeout. Walker Buehler for the punch out. Get him. Get him, Buehler. Buehler swung on and missed. Outside fastball. He got him. That's what I'm talking about. The second strikeout of the game was Aaron Judge. Now 1-1 count to Jock Pedersen. He swings on, hits this one to left field. The White Sox were shifted. And this is going to be extra bases. Yelich finally gets it, but Jock Pedersen going to get into second base standing up. Easiest double of his life. White Sox were shifted to the right. He swings it, hits it down the left field line. He was able to get a double out of that. That is the fastball up and out. Works a full count now. And he's going to walk him. That's okay, Buehler. You're setting up the double play ball now. Gets into a 2-2 count. Here comes Buehler's put away pitch. Hit right up the middle. Buehler for the double play from the pitcher to first. He got him. I don't even know what that is. Pitcher to second to first for the double play. I told you, the walk will be fine. Buehler snacks it himself, turns around, easiest double play of his life. Paredes is not that fast, and I get Kyle Teal, I believe, was a second-round pick for the not the Chicago White Sox. It was actually the Boston Red Sox, as he gets a line drive hit up the middle. Center fielder's gonna get it, throw it into second. That's a base hit for Kyle Teal. His first postseason game of his career, he gets a base hit at his first at-bat. And no one was gonna get that. Squared that ball up, line drive, good contact, Healy. Now up is the contact bat, Xavier Edwards.
Ball 2.
2-1 count now to him. Struck out in the first inning. Won the batting title and led the league in stolen bases this season with 55. Stolen base with Teal. And then he's safe by a fucking long shot, dude. The catcher might as well not even thrown it down. Kyle Teal was in there before it even left the catcher's hand. Didn't even know he had that kind of speed. 2-2 count now. Edwards going to take the circle change, and for the second time this game, he's going to go down looking. Now up is Luis Ariz. 1-1 count for him. He's going to get a little chopper landing down in the left field. Are we going to go home trying to score? We are. Kyle Teal scores. RBI single for Luis Ariz. Kyle Teal showing those legs, baby. Look at him moving. The hustle. That's a little blooper to shout. Doubled in the first inning. Finished second for the batting title here in the American League, batting .315. Solid contact up the left field line and fair. Mishandled by the left fielder. Are they going to go extra bases? They are. They're going home. Ariz trying to score. He's tagged out. Thrown out at the plate the second time this season it's happened. Down the line, the left fielder can't field it cleanly, just trying to pick it up with his glove while running forward. Throws it in. Ariz trying to run home, doesn't have the speed. Cannon from the shortstop. Cannon throw from the shortstop, number 17 there. Yeah, out by a mile. Ariz, you got to do that fancy little reach around. But he's going to be another double, I believe, for Christian Yelich. Lawrence Butler now up. Hit it to left field. We're going to try to go home. He is. Yelich at the plate. Scores. 3-0 ball game. RBI single this time for Lawrence Butler. There we go. I told you, we are a well-rounded team. Line drive hit for Robert, and that's going to be another single. All right, we got a little two-out rally going here for the White Sox. Robert gets another hit. He's been per baseman. Pitch is swung on and missed. Brings up a 1-2 count. Sweeney acquired from the Orioles earlier this year via trade. Crushing this one by the first baseman. That's going to be a base hit for Trey Sweeney. And the Yankees get their second hit of the game. As now Jazz Chisholm comes up. 2-2 count. Bueller. This one's going to be hit towards the center fielder. Robert is there for out number 2. The runner will not advance. Sweeney staying at first, but now 2 outs. Play at first and second for 2 count. First pitch inside, same exact spot, strikes him out. Sits Bellinger down. And at the end of 3, White Sox are up 3-0.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard. Got Efros getting ready to go. Baraki getting cranked up as well. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Premier position, and that's what he does.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the lead. Yes, but you can never predict baseball.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the swinging of pitches in that location.
That one lined to the left field, and that's base hit.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
You're in game 1 of the wild card series. Got him looking. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball.
That one ripped right center field. Did one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. Beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Austin Wells, the next to hit. Next offering misses down and away. The 2-1. Way out front for strike 2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. James Karinchak appears to be getting loose. Henches also getting ready. Sanchez at second with nobody out. On the ground to third. Fair ball. Can't glove it cleanly. Coming home. Still manages a throw. The throw is late, and they get a run at home.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
So digging in, Trey Sweeney. The 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Right side. Into the outfield, base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
And now it's going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swing and a chopper, but it kicks foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there.
This one swung on and hit well, way back there. And that is gone. That should get the dugout going. It's 4-3. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Walker Buehler will depart, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. James Karinchak gets the call from the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Bellinger up to hit. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This to third. Mayo zips it to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now singing. He's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
2 outs, base is empty. Here is Aaron Judge. 4 runs already in the frame. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering is in for a strike.
Count it 3-2.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 4-3 ball game. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Scott Efros.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
And now the center fielder, Luis Robert Jr. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. No outs, runner at first. Garrett Hampson steps to the plate for the White Sox. And a count 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That's down and in.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. With the tying run on at first, and we're the top half of the 6th. That one the other way. Chisholm. Spin throw. That's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. So up next, Kobe Mayo.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Check on the runner, and he's back safely. White Sox down to run. Runner takes off. On the ground to first. Guerrero takes it himself. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Good onside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
And up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And a swing and a miss. Man at second. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom of the 6th. Here's Jack Peterson.
Nobody knows how I feel, 'cause you wasn't there when I almost drowned in my own blood.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Isaac Paredes stepping in now for the Yankees. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's a 1-2. Just missed.
Ball 2.
Stays alive. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Tap back up the middle. Tosses to first, and the Yanks go quietly. Offense held in check there. On to the 7th here in Game 1. The Yankees 4 and the White Sox 3. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jake Cousins. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Alright, so heading into the 7th, down by 1, thanks to a Jazz Chisholm 3-run home run early in the game. I told you we would have to watch out for that power to right field. He's a pull hitter, and he's going to get it out there. Out number 1's a ground out by Kyle Teal. At least we're still in it. It's a 1-run game. Easily come back here. Xavier Edwards coming up. 0 for 3. Pair of strikeouts and a ground out in this game. Good swing time on the slider. Just got underneath it. Out number 2. All right, Luis Rise, 2 outs, 2-1 count. Rise, it's all you, buddy. Gotta be patient up here at the plate. They got Baruki and Hamilton, lefty and a righty, warming up in their bullpen. Gonna have Sam Hentges coming in as our pitcher after this inning. Nice little hit over into left field. Nice single for Luis Rise. Maybe we can get a little 2-out rally going over here. Maybe take the lead with a little home run potentially. Good contact, good swing. That is going to be it. Pitcher throws 12 pitches. And the New York Yankees head coach, Aaron Boone, says, I've seen enough, kid. I've seen enough. So Ryan Baruki coming out on the mound. 2.04 ERA. 17 holds this season. 2-4 record. He's got a 16.8% strikeout rate and a 10% walk rate. He's pitched nearly 100 innings this season. See what he's got against Christian Yelich. Swing and a miss there for Yelich. 2-2 count. All right, Yelly. Good swing time on the slider, but unfortunately got underneath it a little too much for out number 3. As we go to the mid of the 7th, down 4-3. Wells, Sweeney, and Chisholm on deck. We are going to call Sam Hentges onto the mound. 3.82 ERA this season with a 21% strikeout rate. Hentges has lost his job as the setup man for the White Sox, so he's been doing pretty good after we moved to middle reliever. 4-3 game here in the 7th. Walker Buehler had a phenomenal beginning of this one. Unfortunately, just lost it in the 5th inning. Let's see, 1-1 count to Wells. We're gonna go outside fastball.
That's outside.
A little too far outside, okay. Do a sinker up and in.
That's ball 3.
Alright. 2 up and in. Fastball up and in then. Swing and a miss. There we go. Works that full count. 12-6 curve. Inside part of the plate. And we walk him. So lead off walk for Austin Wells and the Yankees here in the 7th. Brings up Trey Sweeney's 2 for 2. Pair of singles and a run scored in this game. Go high and away fastball. That one's a ball. Low slider then. There you go. He takes that one for a strike. Try a up and in fastball. Okay. And that 12-6 curve. Outer part of the plate. Got him swinging. Trey Sweeney won't go 3 for 3. Sam Hentges punches him down. Punches him out. Not too shabby, Hentges. Not too shabby. Still got that man on first now with Jazz Chisholm coming to the mound. He hit a 3-run home run earlier in the game to give the Yankees the 4-3 lead. Now looking to extend it here. We gotta be careful. Looking for a sinker. Lower part of the plate. It's going to take that 95 miles per hour for strike of 1. 12-6 curve. Hits it to left field. Yelich won't get there. Misses the play. Oh, man. And it's going to be a double for Jazz Chisholm. Christian Yelich doesn't take the best angle. Now a man on second and third for the Yankees. Jazz is looking like player of the game right now. Possibly postseason MVP for the Yanks. Nice slider. 2-2. 12-6 curve. Got him swinging. Gotcha, Belly. Gotcha. 2 outs. Hentges takes a little breather, buddy. Just take a little breather. 2 outs. Force out at first. They can't even get a sac fly here. Brings up Vladdy. Inside fastball. Crushed. Deep left field. Gone. 3-run home run for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Alrighty. It appears that the Yankees might be running away with this game. A 7-3 ball game now. Aaron Judge now coming up. Try a little 12-6 action at him. Nope. Fastball on him. Hit sharply to Butler over his head. And that's going to be a double. Oh, perfect. Out number 3. We get out of the 7th. We're down by 4. We're going to need our hitters to come alive. We're going to need a few home runs. It's going to be a rough 8th and 9th inning. We got 2 more innings to come back. We still could do it. Yankees up 7-3 and are now leading us in the hitting department. 10 hits to 9. Fernando Cruz coming out on the mound for the Yankees. 5.73 ERA this season. He's going up against Lawrence Buller. 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI in today's game. You got for me, buddy. There you go. Hit, but little jumping Vlad. Didn't know he could jump that high. Snags Butler's hit right out of the sky. Now Luis Robert coming up. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. No fastball for ball 2. 2-1. Lopez and Hamilton, a pair of righties, warming up in the Yankees bullpen right now. Come on, Robert, come on. And it's gone! Luis Robert, deep right field, making it a 3-run game. Solo shot for Luis, 355 feet, 99.2 miles per hour off the bat. The first home run hit by the Chicago White Sox of the postseason goes to Luis Robert. Not too shabby. High cutter. Just able to stay with it. Take it for a ride, Robert. See, we ain't out of this. 3-run game. We can still get enough hits. Get on a nice little rally. Garrett Hampson now up. Be a weak hit. Out of play to the right. 1-2 count now. Ah, got me with that super low cutter. Fuck. Alright, Kobe Mayo. You got this. Come on, Mayo. You got this shit. 1-1 count. That's way outside. Not gonna chase that. Not gonna chase that. Chase that though. Got me with the splitter. Oh, come on. So we're now down by 3 here, heading into the bottom of the 8th, thanks to Luis Robert's solo home run. Looking like a long shot for us to actually pick up the win here in Game 1, but crazier shit's happened. We still got another chance in the top of the 9th. Gotta get through Yankees lineup again, though.
Nope, that's a ball.
Are you serious? You call... Oh, okay. The umps are in their pocket. They got the umps in their pocket. Throw a low slider. Got him. Sit down, Paredes. Shit the fuck down. Sinker action, Jesus Sanchez.
Hey! 1 ball, 2 strikes.
12-6. Dirt. Got him. But still gonna get him at first. Way to stay with it. Way to stay with it. That counts as a strikeout, I believe, too. Goes right between the legs of Kyle Teal. It's something we gotta clean up. Let's do 12-6. No, my bad. 14 fastball up high. Got him swinging good. And then way in the dirt. Oh, we stayed with it. Just couldn't keep it in front of us. Couldn't field it cleanly. Alright, all good. Trey Sweeney ain't got shit on us. Gotcha. Woo! 1 inning, 3 strikeouts. That's what I'm talking about. Headkiss, we needed you to get through that inning. You did. You did. Alright, Yankees are going to have to use more pitchers than we are, though. Their pitchers are going to be more rested for game number 2 and 3, but that's besides the point. Colson Montgomery coming on up. We need some actual hitting. have Mason. I'm gonna have MJ Melendez hit for you, Colson. MJ Melendez has got more power. We're going yard. That's what we're going for. MJ Melendez, first major league at bat as a White Sox. Swing and a miss. All right.
1 ball.
1-1 count. Down in the dirt, hits the legs, but doesn't get away from Austin Wells. Out number 1. Fuck. All right, Kyle Teal, your turn. Your turn. How are you looking? Pretty much the same. So, do what you can, Teal. Do what you can. Ah, I got the fucking splitter. I think I got on top of it. Yep, got on top of it. 2-2. Come on, Teal. There you go. That's good contact, but right at the right fielder for out number 2. Oh, man. Need a 2-out rally. Down by 3. 2-out rally. This is going to be tough. But we can do it. There's a leadoff hit, or there's a base hit for Edwards. He's got speed. He got speed on second. Luis Arise now. Come on, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. Fuck! Just too much in the air, and the Yankees win game number 1. 7-4 over our Chicago White Sox. It's alright, it's just one game. But heading into game number 2, we're going to have to battle back, be better. Walker Buehler, you didn't pitch horribly, but unfortunately you had an awful 5th inning, and our White Sox just weren't able to come back after giving up 4 unanswered runs.
Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, Game 2 of the American League Wild Card Series coming your way on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox going up against the New York Yankees. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. And a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for Game 2, Chris.
Absolutely, and it might seem like there's not as much pressure if you've already got a win in Game 1, but they're dying to close this series out right here and now. The last thing they want is to lose the momentum and go into a do-or-die Game 3. That's a lot of pressure.
Sometimes it feels like every game in a 3-game series is do or die. First pitch coming your way next. Ready for baseball here in New York. Today's starting pitcher, Luis Gil.
He's a guy that's going to come right after hitters. I mean, he's not trying to fool them. He's going to pitch the contacts, not worry about it. He trusts his defense behind him, and he's not going to mess around with a whole bunch of different offerings. Only 3 pitches in the repertoire, so he knows he'll have to work in all 3 effectively and probably pitch backwards sometimes just to make sure this lineup isn't picking up on too many patterns.
Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Luis Ariz stands in. And a pitch. Runner on the move. In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit. And it's now first and second to start the inning.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But
2-2. On the ground to the left. And it gets by him. Runner around third. He'll score easily.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And that's strike two.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road. Stakes are high. Energy in the ballpark. And you help to quiet that down a little bit.
Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate. And I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K. In the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
2 on, 1 out. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. So up next, Kobe Mayo. Inside, and it hit him. And now the bases are loaded. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching the American League Wild Card Series on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and starting in this one, Dustin May.
Well, this guy's got sort of a tweener, not quite a slider velocity and not as slow as a curve. It's in between, and he adds and subtracts velocity on it, which makes it harder for the hitters to really get that front foot down and have the timing they need to be successful.
Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Three-two on the way. Smoked on the ground a second. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the 1 run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
And the count is 3-1. Popped up. Ariz has it sized up. And he makes the catch. Out number 2.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead.
And that one hammered back there. Slams into the wall and hangs on.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
Full count.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And he chases that one. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it.
And the count 1-2.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Two on, 2 outs. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 2 left on. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the White Sox 1 and the Yankees nothing. Three-two. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it.
One down, base is empty. And Big Red gets his second strikeout of the game. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side here in the second.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back at Yankee Stadium, on to the 3rd inning. Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. He goes down looking.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled. Isn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swung on, belted. That one back there. And that ball is out of here. And it ties it up. It's 1-1.
He just struck this home crowd in a big way. What a swing. Pitchers are taught to keep the ball down so that you don't get hurt. But unfortunately on that one, he made a pretty good pitch in terms of location, but it was just a better swing.
Now. Got him swinging. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even now at 1-1. And it's 2-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Ryan Barucki appears to be getting loose. Lopez, a hard throw. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch and a ball.
Oh, that got him as well. The third batter he's hit with a pitch. So the batting order turns over. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. On the ground to first. Could be two. One at second. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on base. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. All tied 1-1. Swings and misses. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
2. Big Red picks up the K. So they go quietly there. On to the top of the 5th we go. All tied 1-1. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Ryan Barucki.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Now it's Christian Yelich. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Back there. And that one hops the wall. Yelich flies around third. The relay. He'll score. It's 2-1.
He was all over that one. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it. And that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Now 2 balls and a strike. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The run comes in to score from second. It's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now a chance for Kobe Mayo. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
At the plate, Brendan Rodgers. Chisholm. Off-balance feed, there's one. Relay to Guerrero, in-time inning-ending double play. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the White Sox 3 and the Yankees 1. Up the middle. And he can't come up with it.
He's safe.
Well, it's been a struggle on offense for them in this one, so maybe that wakes them up a little bit. You know, an error can certainly give the opposing lineup something to get excited about. You got somebody on base, so we'll see if they can make something of it. Into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
99 miles per hour to finish him off.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. The White Sox up by 2 here in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So no runs on no hits, 1 error, and a runner left. We're through 5. It's the White Sox 3 and the Yankees 1. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Jorge Lopez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Pen, Scott Efros getting loose out there. Cruz also getting ready. Designated hitter, Xavier Edwards. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It gets down, a base hit.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
So man aboard. So up next for runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. Out there. And
what I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
got him. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of. The hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Yanks held in check, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Scott Efros.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. 1-2-3 go the White Sox, but they still lead it 3-1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. That's worth the price of admission. It's 3-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. New pitcher for the White Sox, Camilo Doval.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations. W.
Laser, base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
To tie this thing up or take the lead. Here's a high chopper. There's one, and they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
On to a one-run lead here in the late stages of game 2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Third out. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ian Hamilton.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where
with a count 1-2. Activity in the bullpen for the swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball. Count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Struck him out in the front door breaking ball. That is strike 2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Down in order go the White Sox. But they still lead at 3-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Adrian Morejon.
Well, the best relievers love
2-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something.
Hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. To the right side, and that one finds its way through. And the tying run is on base.
Always always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that any
Full count now.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make play in this spot.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Slider. Movement in the ace on a slider. Down and away. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Everything came together for him. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
2 on, 1 out. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. This one smoked out to left. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
There's a swing and a drive. 1 run is in, and it hits the fence. Run comes in from second, and they're up by 4. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing and just couldn't get it over the fence. But I absolutely love everything about that approach and the mechanics right there.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Jake Cousins won't go any further tonight, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Fernando Cruz takes over on the mound. Yankees looking to rally. Left field, way back there. That one is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they close the gap. It's 6-3.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connected on pitches like that. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder.
White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Adrian Morejon departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So they turn things over to one of their young arms, Kevin Feliz.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
They're down to their final strike.
It's a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
In an elimination game, you see your season quickly coming to an end. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, but they were able to settle things down, come out and play really good baseball in this one. They get the win, and the series continues. Who knows? Maybe they'll get right back in it.
Six-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Fire in the middle innings. I did take over from the 5th inning on. Wound up scoring 2 runs in the top of the 5th, 3 in the top of the 9th, and thank God we scored at least 1 run in the top of the 9th as I gave up a solo bomb again to Vladdy Guerrero Jr. He wound up having himself a phenomenal game. 2 home runs on the day. I think we did strike him out, however. But Vladimir Guerrero was a big old pain in our ass. He now has 3 home runs in 2 games against us. Hopefully in game number 3, the final game of this series, we can keep Vladdy off of the score sheet. But Dustin May had a phenomenal outing as well. He is a big reason that we won that game. Before I took over for him, he already had 8 strikeouts through 4 innings, or in the 4th inning. Actually, yeah, I think 8 strikeouts through 4 innings for Dustin May when I took over. We kept him in 1 inning too long. I wound up doing that not only with him, but our relief pitcher, Adrian Morejon, as well. So that's my bad on those fronts, but what are you going to do? We're trying to save some arms, and I'm trying to stretch them out as well. Dustin May looking like our best pitcher right now in our starting rotation. So if we wind up picking up this win against the New York Yankees in game number 3, we might try to throw Dustin May in for game number 1 of the ALDS. Now, I do believe that the winner of this series between me, our team, and New York Yankees will be taking on the Boston Red Sox in the ALDS. If we can beat the New York Yankees, we can beat the Boston Red Sox. No doubt about that. But we are going to be without one of our key contributors heading into this one. Third baseman Kobe Mayo wound up bruising his shin in this game. He's batting .286 through 7 plate appearances so far, averaging about a hit a game. Actually, yeah, he's got about a hit a game and a strikeout a game. Hasn't been too impactful for us, but these playoff experience, I think, would really help his clutch and really help him develop and take that next step as a player. Fortunately, he's going to be out for the next couple of days, so we need a new third baseman. We do have Colson Montgomery. I just autoed him, benched him, so they wound up putting Colson Montgomery in his spot here at third base. I don't know if I really want to do that. Yeah, Yeah, he had 3 plate appearances against the Yankees. Let's see. You can't play third. You can't play third. You can't play third. You can't play third. Who else can play third? It might just be stuck with you just because. You know what? I'd rather keep Garrett Hampson at short than third base. He actually has a better arm. For Colson Montgomery has a better arm. So, yes, I would rather Colson Montgomery at third over Garrett Hampson. And we don't have another third baseman besides Luis Ariz, and I don't even want him. Yeah, him and Edwards. So, yep, we'll run it like that. Hampson at second. Actually, Brandon Rogers. We can only play second base. So, substitute Brandon Rogers over to second. Garrett Hampson over to shortstop. I don't know why they were switched, but there we go. We're going to run it like that against lefties. We want Colson Montgomery batting right before Kyle Teal. Against righties, I want Hampson batting 9th behind Dalton Rushing, because Rushing has been phenomenal so far, both in the playoffs and in his MLB debut. He is going to be an everyday player for us next season, guaranteed. Same with Kyle Teal. He's actually got that crown. I don't know what the crown means in MLB The Show. Might just mean that he's a lead. Oh, you know what? I think that means that he's currently leading a category in the MLB. I think that's what that crown means. But here in game number 3, we have the option now. We can go with the righty in the 18-year-old arm, Carlos Colon, or we can go with our former top prospect from 2024, Drew Thorpe, in the veteran. Drew Thorpe this past season actually took a step back, worse ERA, less innings pitched, but he got his strikeout numbers up. Carlos Colon, our first-round pick, wound up going 12-9 in his rookie season, throwing more innings than Drew Thorpe and having a lower ERA with more strikeouts. Less walks, too. I'm sorry, Drew. I usually do give it to the veterans. However, I'm gonna have to not do it here. I'm gonna have to give it to the rookie Carlos Colon. He just had a better season this year. He had a better year. I'm sorry, Thorpe. You're gonna be getting some game time if we do advance after the season. But I'm giving it to the 18-year-old Carlos Colon to lead us out, lead the charge, and hopefully help us pick up a series win against the New York Yankees on the road, our weakest part of the team as well. Completely forgot about this. So Mason Miller, I fucked up in the warming up in the bullpen. We had him warming up, but we were up by 4 heading into the 9th. Gave up a solo shot for a home run, and I wound up putting Kevin Felix. I think it's Felix. Felez. I think it might be. Maybe Felez. But we wound up putting him into the 9th, so he wound up getting his first save of his career. His first save of his professional career, probably of his entire career, coming into the 9th, just throwing a couple of innings, basically a complete inning. Had 2 strikeouts. That last one against Isaac Paredes completely on accident. We had a basically wild pitch that went with a breaking curve. I wanted really down in the dirt. Wound up going way above the plate instead. Isaac Paredes just swung and missed. Thank God for that one. But here in game number 4, no mistakes can be made. This is where it could be do or die time, all right? I like our lineup. I feel like everybody's been hitting pretty well. Garrett Hampson and Brandon Rogers has yet to get a hit this postseason. Little concerned on that front, but there's still no one I'd rather really have out there. Could obviously put Jorge Mateo in over Brandon Rogers. But what really would be the point? Maybe some better fielding. Contact skills aren't really there. You know what? We'll do this. Brandon Rogers, we are going to bench you against lefties. We're going to bench you against lefties for Jorge Mateo. So Mateo's going to be batting against lefties now. And we'll put him in front of Garrett Hampson. Though we're not going to be playing a lefty. We got Clark Schmidt on the docket in this game. Yup, so Clark Schmidt, a right-handed at bat, won't even have to worry about Jorge Mateo coming on in, though he might still pinch run for us in the later innings. They are resting Max Fried after throwing him out against us in game number 1, their lone lefty. Now, hopefully, it's our turn to pick up another win. Come on, can we beat the New York Yankees here? Game number 3 in New York. Let's go.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars, crashing in my car.